Ferndale. We are going to actually be back here again on Sunday with a monthly. We're joining in with Dre's monthly crew. I can do this, and then I can do this, and there we go. All right. So I'm all like professional now, and not messing up and watching the wrong thing to commentate from. So my commentary should be a little bit more with the stream, a little less delayed sounding. And we're going into this, we got Shadowcat's Darkrai, his secondary that he pulls out, and Helios's Decidueye, also a secondary that we're pulling out. So we got a battle of the secondaries here, and this is now winners round 2, so I will update that as well. There it is. And right off the bat, we got Helios coming in and winning the first exchange to put us into dual phase. And we've got the neutral here. Helios waking up with that Frenzy Plant and catching Shadowcat slipping. But Shadowcat just going straight back in, putting us into the Nightmare Zone. Helios doesn't afraid, though. He's faced his nightmares. And he just goes straight in to put the pressure on this Darkrai. Now, I've heard from Shadowcat himself that he thinks that Decidueye is not a good matchup. Although that is for breaks and not Darkrai, so I don't know how he feels about this one. And we've got a great exchange here. Helios just reading the counter and going straight for a grab. And both players really low here. Helios popping his burst in round 1. He wants to make sure that this round is his. Shadowcat putting us straight into the Nightmare Zone with the Darkrai Field Phase bread and butter. Helios sending off that burst to at least get that chip damage in. He's trying to make sure that this round is his. But Shadowcat says, no, I'll just pop my burst too. He's got Boyfriend on deck. Boyfriend is active. Helios don't care. He goes in. He gets Boyfriend offline. We're back-to-back here, head-to-head. Shadowcat popping burst to get just that little bit more chip damage. Helios is going to have to chip him down, but time is a factor. Shadowcat exploding his Duder and taking the round. That was a really intense first round here between these two. Both players pop burst. Both players went in. They went all out just for that one round. So I imagine this set's just going to be really strong here. Helios getting that attack buff from Eevee, trying to make sure that when he does damage, he does damage. Unfortunately, that Sucker Punch not auto-correcting properly and going the wrong direction, that's leading to a huge punish here off of Shadowcat. Shadowcat's getting his ghosts set up, narrowly avoiding that 6x by moving back with whatever move he just used. That's called spacing, boys. That's called knowing your moves. Shadowcat, much more dominant in this round. He's now online with 2 buffs. He's getting a solid just air confirm into a combo to end the game. That was impressive. Game 1 going to Shadowcat, but it's not over here because Helios can still take this round. Like I said, that first round was just really impressive. Both players back and forth. Very low. Both players pop burst it just in round 1. So it can go either way here. A game is just a game. It's the set that matters. And I think that both players are well aware of that. So hopefully... Oh, we have the switch coming out from Helios. I think I just saw that is his Chandelure. So he's thinking he's going to go Chandelure here. Maybe the character matchup is just a little bit better. I've heard from many people that Chandelure doesn't really lose to Darkrai, so maybe we'll see that proven here. That Smog coming out, I think it hit the projectile and exploded, which is what caused the phase shift here. I'm not sure if it was Shadowcat pressing a button or that projectile that came in just too late and causing that explosion. So this looks to be a much more in-your-face, play the zoning game on both ends here. Helios trying to get past those setup traps there, but using the unsafe J9X that didn't hit the shield. Shadowcat taking advantage of that to punish. We've got a clash here with whatever move that was, just barely catching the vulnerable frames of Smog, and Shadowcat just saying, let's go back to field phase, and grabbing him. So now Shadowcat's trying to play the patience game, and we've got the typical field phase, not the typical field phase bread and butter, a little bit more, extending it back into the Nightmare Zone, and this round one is looking a lot different than the other one. So going into, oh, the whiffed overheat, by the way. Oof, that's rough. Shadowcat knew he was ready. He backed off, he waited. Going into round two here, we've got both bursts on deck. We've got the Poplio coming out. So we will have triple laser jumps and other shenanigans for at least a little while. We've got Shadowcat popping an early burst in this round. He's really just trying to get that damage out. And he corners Helios and just puts him straight into the Nightmare Zone. That is a Darkrai special there. Like, just hit confirm into Nightmare mode. And let me tell you, Nightmare mode is a completely different matchup. Helios popping burst, oh, and Shadowcat able to just phase through him and get behind him to avoid the burst attack. That was so safe, and I think he was able to just option select into it from what he was doing. We've got the typical Nightmare bread and butter wall combos. Overheat not quite coming out fast enough, and the phase shift points causing a phase shift before the overheat can pop. This is not looking good for Helios. Oh, walk in and grab to punish the Smog. That was a tough one to swallow there. So that is going to Shadowcat. Helios is now going to have to fight his way back through in loser's side.